Welcome back, people, to another Pokemon video. I mentioned in the last video, or whatever the last Pokemon video I did was, I am just really craving Pokemon, so I wanted to do some Pokemon content, and I've made this team on Pokemon Showdown a while ago when the new series rules went into effect, and I just never got around to making a video over it. Things got very busy with the next generation of console launches and stuff like that, and all the other stuff I've been doing here on the channel. So it got very busy and I forgot about this team, but I want to talk about it very quickly for you guys to check out. It is a VGC doubles team. It's a lot of fun to use, and I have it over in Pokemon Showdown to show you guys. But if this is your first time here on the channel, make sure you are subscribed for more videos like this in the future. I am going to start incorporating more Pokemon stuff here in, because I made a tweet and a poll and asked people, what did you want to see from this channel? Because originally I covered a ton of Pokemon stuff, and then I kind of migrated to Animal Crossing and Pokemon, and now I just cover a lot of video game stuff in general. And people said they wanted a nice mix of the two. They wanted still the gaming stuff, but they wanted more Pokemon and Animal Crossing kind of stuff as well. So I want to start incorporating more of that back into the channel, just because Pokemon is one of my favorite games ever. So we're going to get into that now. So I'm going to move us over to Showdown. So here we are in Pokemon Showdown, and I have this team for you guys. First off, if you've never used Pokemon Showdown, it is a fantastic tool. I mention this in every video that I feature Showdown. It's just a really awesome tool for you guys to utilize. It's in your browser. You can go use it. It's free. And you can go build teams in here, and there's a bunch of different rule sets that you can choose from. So you can actually, build teams without doing it in-game and, possibly making mistakes along the way. You can test the teams here first and then take it over into Pokemon Sword and Shield if you're trying to get into competitive play. Really awesome tool. Link in the description below if you're interested in trying it out. So we've got a sand-based team here. Now, notice there are no legendaries in this team. There aren't any legendaries in this team. That's because I hate legendaries in competitive play. That's why I've covered a lot less of competitive Pokemon since the release of Pokemon Sword and Shield. I used to do a fair bit of it, but I just can't stand legendaries in the competitive play. Even my last video that I did featuring a team with my Glastrier team, I didn't like doing that because I cannot stand legendaries in competitive. It's just a personal thing. I just don't like legendary Pokemon. I like collecting them. I don't like using them in battles and stuff. I always feel like they're just too overpowered. I never use them when I play through the game, so it just bugs me playing with them in competitive play, especially because they just consume a metagame. So this is a sand team. Like I mentioned, it features a bunch of cool Pokemon that I just really like, especially, Sandaconda is a really fun Pokemon to use. So first up, we have Dracozolt. Dracozolt is a very, very strong sweeper Pokemon. It does a ton of damage, and it is pretty fast base power. With Sand Rush, if the Sandstorm is active, this Pokemon's speed is doubled. It's a really, really quick Pokemon, so if you pair it with a Choice Scarf and then Dynamax it, you're going to be doing a ton of damage very, very quickly, and you're normally going to be able to hit first. So I like to use this Pokemon in sand teams. I use Bolt Beak, Dragon Claw, High Horsepower, and Protect if I need to get a max guard in, throw something off. It's nice to have Protect there. Now, it is important that after this is no longer Dynamaxed, it's not going to be able to use anything but the original attack you chose. So you're probably going to want to do one of your normal attacks, not Protect. Otherwise, you'll be stuck using Protect over and over and over if you do lead this. Next, we have Gigalith. The reason I have Gigalith in this team is because I actually got a shiny Bulldor from one of the Dynamax adventures, and I wanted to find a way to rotate this into a team, and it's just a really fun Pokemon to use. So I run it with an Assault Vest because it just has really bulky stats to begin with, but this gives it better special defense, which is what it's weaker in. I run it with a max attack and HP, and I also gave it a little special defense. I have Rock Slide, Earthquake, Body Press, and Heavy Slam with Sandstream. So this is the Pokemon that's going to set the Sandstorms by rotating it in, kind of like Torkoal does with Drought or Politoed does with Drizzle. Next up, we have Sandaconda. This has been a notoriously powerful Pokemon throughout the competitive scene since Pokemon Sword and Shield has launched. It's just really strong, and its Gmax is pretty cool as well. I do enjoy the Gmax version. It does have Sandpit. When a Pokemon is hit, Sandstorm begins, so you can use this to set your Sandstorm up as well, and it's just a really useful Pokemon, and it's just very powerful, so I do run it with a Life Orb. I Protect, High Horsepower, Fire Fang, and Outrage on this, just for some coverage options. Fire Fang will take out a bunch of Pokemon. Outrage is really helpful as well, because it is a Dragon-type move. I run it with max HP and max attack. Now, the reason I'm doing this, and you'll notice with a lot of these Pokemon later in this roster, is that most of these Pokemon are very slow because Trick Room is so popular. I want to have Pokemon that can handle themselves in a Trick Room setting. Also, this Pokemon is fairly beefy naturally, so I didn't feel the need to put a ton of points into any of the defensive stats. So that's why you got, the HP and the attack. Moving on, another good Pokemon for Trick Room sets and stuff like that is Gastrodon. I don't know why it doesn't have a berry. It needs a Rindo Berry because this is just going to half the damage that you take from super effective grass type attacks. This is just really important because Gastrodon is 4 times weak to grass, so this can normally save it from a typical one-shot move. So it's good to have this berry on Gastrodon. I like to run it with maxed out HP, slight defense buff, slight special defense buff. I run it with Scald, Sludge Bomb, Protect, and Blizzard. And it's just another good coverage Pokemon. Also, Storm Drain is pretty nice to have if you get into a battle with water types, or Dracovish was a common Pokemon that you would use Gastrodon against in the past because it would stop the fish's rend. Next up is Reuniclus. Now, Reuniclus is really useful to have in this because it is a Trick Room counter, but it also has the ability Overcoat. The Pokemon is immune to powder moves and damage from Sandstorm and Hail, so it's not going to take damage from the Sandstorm being in play like other Pokemon would that can set up Trick Room. So it's really good in that regard. It's also just very naturally bulky. So I gave it maxed out HP and maxed out special attack because it does have pretty good defensive. It's going to take a couple hits. And I also gave it leftovers. I run it with Trick Room to obviously either set the Trick Room depending on the team. If I notice they're running a speed team, I do like to run the Trick Room with Reuniclus first, and then maybe run it with Gigalith or Sandaconda in the front. I also run Focus Blast, Psychic, and Recover on it just to keep this thing alive longer and just make it be a nuisance. And because people, don't see this very often, they often sleep on the fact that it has such a high special attack. This can honestly sweep some Pokemon. If you get in the situation where you need to Dynamax it, it can do some very heavy damage. So Reuniclus is just a very good counter Trick Room on top of being an offensive Pokemon as well. Finally, we get to the last Pokemon that I added to this team. And honestly, I added this Pokemon simply because of the fact that I like Stoutland. I think Stoutland's a very cool Pokemon. And it does have some good stats, and it did work in this team. So Sand Rush, if Sandstorm is active, this Pokemon's speed is doubled. So Stoutland is able to be utilized pretty effectively in the Sand team. I gave it maxed out HP. I gave it some attack, a little defense, and a little special defense. And then I gave it a Citrus Berry just in hopes to keep it alive a little longer. I ran it with some interesting moves in order to just kind of get some coverage. Because it is a normal type, it does have a lot of type coverage. So I gave it Play Rough. That'll help me take out, some dragon types and things of that nature. I gave it Iron Head, and I gave it Psychic Fangs with Protect. And it's just a situational Pokemon. This is one that I don't normally bring to battles that I've been using this team in, but it is occasionally rotated in, and it does do some serious work. So I really do like the Stoutland edition, and I just think it's kind of a unique Pokemon you don't see a ton of. So I really wanted to try and find a way to rotate this in, especially because of its sand abilities here. So really, really fun team to use, and I highly recommend, if you're going to use this team, just check it out on Showdown first. Don't breed this in game right away. Get used to it. This is why I say use Showdown, because you can take a team, you can learn the ins and outs of it, and then take it into Pokemon Sword and Shield, and then you'll be able to kind of, mix and mash what you're doing in there. But that is going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you found the video entertaining and helpful. If you would like to see more team comps from me, please let me know in the comments below. I really love team building in Pokemon, so if you're interested in seeing that kind of stuff, let me know in the comments below. I am more than happy to do it. It's a fun thing I just love doing, so let me know if you want to see more team builds. But if you found the video entertaining and helpful, be sure to leave a like and smash that subscribe button for more videos like this in the future. Share the video with your friends. Let's grow this community here on the channel. Speaking of community, we got a community Discord, people over there playing games like Pokemon and Animal Crossing. There's bots in there. You can play Pokemon in the Discord server, so it's a fun place to be. I do also stream over on Twitch, and I do plan on streaming some Mario Kart Home Circuit here after I get done with this video. So if that is your jam, if you just want to see me play some Nintendo games and, you know, just games in general, check out the Twitch. I just kind of go there and hang out. Fun place to be. So check that out if that is something that interests you. I do also have a TikTok. I make exclusive content over there. I do video updates, Twitch clips, stuff like that. So if that's your jam, check that out. And all my other social media should be on screen here at this point. So if you're interested in keeping up with me, this channel, the stream, anything like that, check me out there as well. Like I said, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.